I want to take some time to make this video about resales today. I get asked questions all the time about buying resales, looking for existing businesses that have existing cash flow and a customer base that you can buy into, and preferably candidates that are looking for these resale opportunities are interested in businesses that already have established management in place. And there is some difficult parts about resales because the best businesses do transact very quickly. You are going to have to either have some sort of connection to the owner or possibly a pre-existing relationship with a broker that is going to know about this business coming out, preferably before it hits the public market. And so with resales, it's also difficult to find owners that have reasonable expectations for the multiples of their business. Oftentimes, sellers feel that their business is worth a certain amount, and that is what they are willing to sell the business for. But oftentimes, buyers want to look at multiples of EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. And when you look at a multiple of EBITDA, this is going to give you, at a more basic sense, the operating profitability of that company. And so with that, buyers can look at multiples of 2, 3, 4, depending on the industry and what is common. If there's a lot of recurring revenue, there might be a stronger multiple that you would apply. From the buying side, however, I find that there's only a few acceptable reasons, really. I kind of break it down into 4 categories. The first one, retirement. As owners are getting older and can no longer operate their companies, they are going to look to retire and therefore need to sell their company at that point. The other option is they continued working, and at some point now there has been a death and the owner is no longer alive to carry forward, and nobody is there to step up into that ownership role. Another similar related issue could be an illness that was unexpected, or maybe something that they knew about but now has gotten to a point where they can no longer operate the business. The last one, it does happen where it could be owned by a husband and wife, 2 significant others own the business together, and now they are going to get divorced. And so a lot of times, to separate their assets, they would need to sell that company and liquidate it to be able to split that down the middle. Some of the pros, of course, is the existing customer base. Potentially they have built up a good reputation in the community and they already have that following, especially in the case of a franchise where the customer base is less likely to be that of the owner that they're loyal to, but more so of the brand in general, the products and services that it offers. And so more than likely a lot of that would transition over to the new ownership. It's never for sure that the staff, the managers, the employees would want to stay on, but pending that the new ownership is going to take care of them just as the previous ownership had for many years or however long they've been with the company, then it is likely that you would be able to transition them over. Now, would you want to also bring on some new staff members, new leadership, start growing the business, improving the business? Yes, I think in a lot of ways you would, but also you would want to preserve as much as you could of what you are buying, which really it's that staff that's built up those relationships in the local community. It's the customers that they're familiar with this location, with this service that you're providing, and they're coming back for that experience that you are going to carry forward from what the previous ownership has put in place. These are just some things that I wanted to point out when you're looking at resales. I do think there is opportunity in resales. The hardest part is matching that with yourself, the things that you're looking for in the business, and with what the sellers and what's available for sale is opportunity in resales to be considered. However, it is on a case by case basis, and I do think that you should try to keep an open mind in terms of also considering starting up a new territory and building that foundation yourself just because of the impact that it has on the business. And you can then scale and grow the business over time versus trying to carry forward what somebody else has made. Thank you guys for tuning in. These are more business resale and franchise tips. I appreciate your insights. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the box below. Please like and subscribe for more, and I look forward to you tuning in again next time.